This is what I thought it might be. Having, seen what Ricky was like, and I thought, oh, this is going to be a joy. We're going to fall about laughing endlessly. We're going to be corpsing. It's going to be, no. But to qualify it, I think there were a series of very specific issues at play. The majority of the stuff that I was doing with Ricky as his agent was at the very beginning of the whole shoot. And I don't think Ricky had been doing much acting prior to that in terms of other projects. There was an enormous amount of pressure because it was the Christmas special. And so in hindsight, he was already coming onto it with Stephen with quite a formidable amount of pressure, it seemed. So there was me, bouncing on a set thinking, oh, this is going to be terrific, a joy. And this was day one of the whole shoot, I remember, and it was all the stuff that was meant to be in my offices, and the location we had, ironically, was in Slough. And for whatever reason, we were right in the Heathrow flight path. So it meant every minute 30, fucking plane would go over, which for sound is a nightmare. And of course, we had quite a lot of dialogue, and so what started as a minor annoyance by lunchtime had grew into a real problem. And Ricky likes to shoot really, really quickly. He likes to be done by 3 and then we're all off, which is great. But on this particular day, our takes kept getting interrupted. And also he wanted to change bits that I was saying. And so what I anticipated as being sort of a, funny time with Ricky would turn into the most fraught, tense making couple of hours ever. Because he went from being mildly annoyed to properly going, and this is not to try to defame him anyway, it's the truth, but he did get really, really cross and went, why the fuck are we shooting in there? Who's the production? How are we meant to? Stephen, is any of this usable? All of it suddenly did not become conducive to feeling funny, being funny, or it just got tighter and tighter. And I remember I sort of had this mini little monologue, and he kept saying, can you change that to there and say this then? Let's do it now before go. And you're like, So I remember when we broke for lunch, I was like a bundle of nerves and thought, oh, this is a nightmare. And I also thought, typical actor, I thought, he just hates me. I was the only one, weirdly, who'd been cast off tape. He hadn't actually met me. Other than when we all got together for the read-through, and I thought, oh, he just doesn't like me. This is his. So I remember going to my trailer, and I was literally on the phone, going to call my agent, going, if you get a call saying I'm being fired, don't be surprised. God, literally about to dial my agent, and then there was a knock on the door. I was like, hello, and he goes, it's Ricky. Can I come in? And I was like, you got to fire me in person. And he came in and he did this very sort of David Brent-esque thing where he sort of looked at me and then sort of looked to one side a couple of times. And it was maybe 3 or 4 seconds. It felt like 4 days of sight of him just standing there going, so look, the thing is, and I was like, oh, just say it, just fire my fucking heart. He said, I just want to say sorry. I just want to apologize for my behavior back there. There's a lot of pressure, and obviously the sound thing is a nightmare. Stephen assures me that we've got everything that we need, so I just wanted to apologize. And of course, then, I completely melted. Oh, it's fine, Ricky, I love you. I'll give you a free day. Let's do it. I mean, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous behavior. And then we did go back after lunch and do some other bits. And then unbelievably, so to answer your former question about, have you recorded anything that you don't remember happened? I lied, because this happened. And if you look at the DVD extras of Extras, there's a scene of him and I laughing. I'm like, I don't remember that.
They've got a guy in just to look like you to do that afterwards.
But Jesus, yeah. So actually, I lied. Yeah, that's true. The corpsing with Ricky Gervais on Extras, I don't remember happening, but it's there for all to see. It's like in the outtakes. I was like, when did that fucking happen?
I'll never watch that again and think of it the same.